There's an economy happening right now that most people can't see. It's not measured in quarterly reports. It's not tracked by labor statistics. And it's certainly not valued the way traditional work is valued. But it's real, and it's growing faster than almost anyone realizes. While the world debates whether staying home is a career sacrifice, a quiet revolution is unfolding in living rooms across the country. Mothers who stepped away from corporate desks aren't just managing households, they're building economic engines, and the gap between what they're actually creating and what society thinks they're doing has never been wider. Here's what most people miss. The skill set required to run a home, raise children, and manage a household budget is almost identical to the skill set required to run a profitable micro-business. Resource allocation, time optimization, stakeholder management, crisis response. The only difference is one gets a salary and the other gets ignored. But here's where it gets interesting. The mothers who recognize this aren't waiting for permission. They're converting domestic intelligence into digital assets. They're monetizing the patterns they see. They're building income streams from the same living room where they fold laundry. And they're doing it without anyone noticing until the checks start clearing. Let me show you what this actually looks like. A mother spends 3 years researching car seats, sleep schedules, and feeding strategies. That's not just parenting, that's market research. She's identified pain points, tested solutions, and built expertise. Now she takes that knowledge and creates a $20 digital guide. She sells it on Gumroad or Etsy. No inventory, no shipping, no overhead, just information packaged as a product. She makes her first sale while making breakfast, then another during nap time, then 5 more overnight. That's not luck. That's leverage. Or consider this, a mother who manages a household budget has financial literacy most MBA graduates never develop. She tracks expenses, forecasts shortfalls, reallocates resources under pressure. She does this every single week. She starts sharing her system on a simple blog. Then she builds a budgeting template in Notion or Google Sheets. She charges $12 for it. In the first month, 47 people buy it. She just made more than $500 teaching people what she already knows. The traditional economy would tell her that's cute, a side hustle, pocket money. But here's what they're not calculating. That template sells while she sleeps. It sells while she's at the playground. It sells while she's doing literally anything else. That's not hustle. That's architecture. And the economics are undeniable. Every digital product is a compounding asset. You build it once, you sell it indefinitely. There's no cap on how many people can buy it. There's no additional cost to produce the 100th sale or the 1,000th sale. This is the home-centered economy at scale. Now let's talk about the platforms making this possible. Etsy isn't just for handmade crafts anymore. It's a global marketplace where digital downloads generate passive income. Gumroad takes less than 5 minutes to set up. Teachable lets you turn expertise into courses without a film crew. These aren't side tools, they're economic infrastructure. And the mothers using them aren't amateurs, they're operators. Here's the key insight most people overlook. The traditional career path demands presence. You trade hours for dollars. You show up, you get paid. You don't show up, you don't. But the home-centered economy rewards systems over presence. You build an asset once. Then it generates income independently. You create leverage. You escape the time for money trap. That's not a side hustle. That's economic sovereignty. And the best part, you don't need a business degree. You don't need investor meetings. You don't need to pitch anyone. You just need to recognize that the knowledge in your head has market value. And you need to package it. Let's make this even more concrete. Right now, there are mothers earning 4 figures a month selling printable planners, meal prep guides, cleaning checklists, homeschool curriculums, budget trackers. These aren't complex products. They're solving real problems with simple solutions. And they're priced accessibly enough that people buy them impulsively. $10, $15, $25. But when you sell 200 of them, that's real income. When you sell 1,000, that's transformational, and none of it requires leaving the house. Here's where the compounding accelerates. Once you have one product that sells, you build a second, then a third. Each one solves a different problem. Each one reaches a different beer, and together, they create portfolio income. You're not relying on one income stream, you're building an ecosystem. This is what economic resilience actually looks like. Now I know what some people are thinking. This sounds too simple. If it were this easy, everyone would be doing it. But that's the point. It is simple. The tools exist. The platforms are accessible. The market is there. What's missing isn't opportunity. It's recognition. Most stay-at-home mothers don't see themselves as entrepreneurs. They see themselves as caregivers, and society reinforces that identity every single day. But the women who break through that narrative, they're the ones quietly building wealth from home. They're not asking for a validation. They're just building. Let me give you the optimization protocol. First, identify your knowledge domain. What do you know deeply because you've lived it? Not what you think sounds impressive. What you actually understand. Second, find the pain point. What problem does your knowledge solve? Who's struggling with something you've already figured out? Third, package it simply. A PDF guide, a spreadsheet template, a video walkthrough. Don't overcomplicate it. Just make it useful. Fourth, choose your platform. Etsy for templates and printables. Gumroad for guides and toolkits. Teachable for courses. Pick one and launch. Fifth, price it accessibly. Between $10 and $30 is the sweet spot for impulse purchases. You want volume, not premium pricing. Not yet. Sixth, let it sell. Don't obsess over perfection. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Just publish and see what happens. Then build the next one. This is how you go from zero to income. Not theoretically, practically. And here's the part that changes everything. Once you have a product that sells, you can optimize it. You can market it better. You can build a simple email list. You can create companion products, but you can't optimize what doesn't exist. So the first step is always the same. Build, publish, sell. The home-centered economy doesn't reward waiting. It rewards action. And the mothers who understand this are already 3 products ahead. Now let's zoom out. This isn't just about making extra money. This is about redefining what economic contribution looks like. For too long, staying home meant stepping out of the economy. It meant being dependent, being invisible. But that narrative is obsolete. The mothers building digital products from their living rooms aren't leaving the economy. They're creating a new one where presence and productivity aren't the same thing. One where income and infrastructure replace hours and hustle. This is the future of work, and it's being built by the people everyone underestimated. So if you're a stay-at-home mother wondering if you should start, the answer is yes. If you're hesitating because it feels too small or too simple, stop. Small and simple is how empires begin. And if you're waiting for someone to give you permission, this is it. Your knowledge has value. Your time has leverage. Your home has economic power. Now go build something that proves it. This content is for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute financial, legal, or professional advice. Individual results may vary. Please consult with qualified professionals before making business or financial decisions.